Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome to yet another revision class of Standard 7, first chapter, that is on equality. Children, let us first take a refresher on the content of the chapter that we have already covered in our explanation session. Let us understand what all we are going to cover in this. We are going to learn about equal rights to vote, other kinds of equality, and recognizing dignity. Students, we are all equal in the eyes of our Constitution, right? The first right that citizens of India enjoy is the right to equality. This fundamental right to equality includes equality before law. It prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. It also provides equality of opportunity in employment. Now, children, let us understand the meaning of equality and appreciate its value. One of the important building blocks of any democracy is equality. Democracy means a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. For any democratic society to progress, it is important to practice equality. So, when we say India is a democratic country, it means equality is the soul of Indian democracy. It influences its functioning in all aspects. Now, children, in this chapter we will study about equality, what it is, why it is important in a democracy, and whether or not everyone is equal in India. So, children, let us understand first that democracy or democratic government, it includes people's participation, the resolution of conflict, and equality and justice. Equality is a key factor of democracy and influences all its aspects. So, let us begin in understanding it further with the help of Kanta's story. Now, children, can you see the picture above? In the first line, you can see Manjit Kaur, who is a teacher, Teja Singh, who is a trader, Girish Rao, a student, Kanta Devi, who is a domestic worker, followed by many other people, amongst which one is Kanta's employer. Okay, so basically they are standing in a queue to cast their vote. It is election day and Kanta and her friend Sujata, they are waiting to cast their vote. So when they are standing, both of them discuss about the voting system in India, and they feel that it is very fair and good to witness that in case of voting, citizens of the country are given equal rights or equal access. They feel so because they can see Kanta's employer, Mr. Jain, standing in the same queue along with few others, some of whom are also unemployed. So, when the turn comes, Kanta casts her vote and says goodbye to her employer. So, while on her way back home, Kanta tells her friend that her daughter Gudiya is not keeping well and she has to be taken to doctor. But for that, she first needs to go to her Sahib's house, complete her work, and ask for some advance. So, saying this, she first hurries to her house where her daughter is resting as she is not well. Kanta gives her some hot water to drink and tells her to rest, and also tells her that she will take her to doctor once she comes back from her work. Now, when Kanta starts off for her work, she can see that her basti is never clean. It is always unhygienic with full of garbage lying here and there. So once she goes to her work, she completes her work over there, asks for some advance from her employer, and returns home for her daughter. She takes her daughter to a hospital where she can see a long queue of people ahead of her. All of them are waiting for their turn to see the doctor. At this point of time, Kanta feels that when her employer has to go to a doctor, they don't have to wait in such a long queue. They are attended immediately. So, children, from this story with Kanta standing to cast her vote, let us analyze the various situations that she has to go through, right? Now, children, it is very understandable that over the period of time through that day, Kanta becomes less certain about what equality really means. Now, why is that so? Why she becomes unsure? Kanta lives in a slum, right? And it has a drain behind her house. Her daughter is sick and she cannot take a day off from her work because she needs to borrow the money from her sahib, right? From her employer. Now, as a domestic worker, her job tires her out, and finally, at the end of the day, she has to stand in a queue at the government hospital to see the doctor for her daughter, right? Now, in the morning, what happened? In the morning, everybody was standing in the queue, irrespective of their status, to cast their vote. But by the time it was evening, Kanta faces the reality, right? So, children, in Kanta's story, we saw that in the morning when she was standing in a queue to cast her vote, she could see many people whom she knew, like Ashok Jain, who was her employer, or Chote Lal, her neighbor, right? So, children, in a democratic country like India, irrespective of the education that people have or what caste they belong to, or if they are rich or poor, okay, everybody are allowed to vote. In class 6, children, we have already read about this, right? This is what we call as universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means that all adults, irrespective of their caste, education, wealth, and religion, have right to vote. Right? So, children, this universal adult franchise, okay, it is an important feature of democracy. The concept of universal adult franchise is based on the idea of political equality. Every adult has one vote irrespective of his or her caste or religion. No differences are made between rich and poor, educated and uneducated. Children, now let us have a look at other kinds of equality. Okay, from the previous story, we came to know that Kanta is one of many people who live in democratic India and who have the right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from equal. Apart from being poor, people in India experience inequality in different ways. Now, children, let us understand more about it from two stories. Let us start with the first one. Now, this is a story which is based on the real life incident. Okay. Before we proceed with the story, let us understand one thing. Children, the one of the more common forms of inequality in India is caste system. Now, children, if you live in rural India, your caste identity is something that you probably earned or experienced very young. And if you live in urban area, it happens that some people think that people no longer believe in caste. So let us have a look at these stories. Okay. Now this first story is about a child, a Dalit child attending a school. So children, now let us have a look at other kinds of equality. So from the previous story, we understood that Kanta is one of many people who live in a democratic India and who has a right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from different. So, what makes her different? Apart from being poor, people in India experience inequalities in different ways. Okay. Now, let us understand what this means. We can understand this more with the help of two stories that are based on real life incidents. But before that, let us understand that one of the more common forms of inequality in India is the caste system. If you live in rural India, your caste identity is something that you probably learned or experienced very young. And if you live in urban India, some of you might think that people no longer believe in caste. Now, children, especially if you take a look at a matrimonials, okay, in any of the leading newspapers, you will see how important the issue of caste still continues in the minds of highly educated urban Indians. Okay. Now let us move on to the story of a child, a Dalit child attending school. Okay. Now the name of that child was Om Prakash Valmiki. Children, let us understand that Dalit What is the meaning of Dalit? Dalit means broken, and by using this word, lower caste are pointing to how they are and they still continue to be seriously discriminated against. Okay. Now, Om Prakash Valmiki is a very famous Dalit writer. In his autobiography, Jhutan, okay, he has written his experience as a child. He used to be made to sit away from others in the class, and that too on the floor. He was not allowed to sit on the bench in the classroom. So children, sometimes he used to made sit way behind everybody. Sometimes he used to be made sit near the door, and sometimes they would beat him, and that too without any reason. When he was in class 4, his headmaster, okay, asked him to sweep the school and the playground. The playground which he actually swept was larger than Om Prakash's small physique could handle, and in cleaning it, his back began to ache. His face was covered with dust. Dust had gone inside his nose and mouth. The other children of his age were sitting inside the classroom studying, while poor Om Prakash was sweeping the entire school outside. The headmaster was sitting in his room and watching him. Imagine such a small child, okay? He was only allowed to get a drink of water, and he swept all the doors and windows of the rooms. So, just because he was a Dalit child, he was made to sweep the entire school as well as the playground, okay, and that too for next few days. And it came at the end only when his father saw everything when he was passing by the school. So when his father was so furious on seeing this that he came, and then he spoke to the headmaster of the school regarding it. Imagine, at such a small age, Prakash was made to sit on the floor. Just imagine how he would have felt while the entire class was sitting and studying. He was made to sit on the floor. Imagine the trauma that the little child would have gone through when he was made to sweep the entire school and the playground. Children, take a look at this. This is a picture of the book that is written by Om Prakash Valmiki, which is known as Jhutan. Now let us move on to your favorite session, that is quiz time. Now let us see the first question now. Universal adult franchise means every adult has a right to vote irrespective of his or her, what is the answer? Educational background, economic background, religion, and all of the above. What can be the answer, children? What is the answer you think? Yes, it is all of the above. Question: whose autobiography is Jhutan? Is it Om Prakash Valmiki, Mahatma Gandhi, Bhimrao Ambedkar, or Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? What is the answer, children? Yes, it is Om Prakash Valmiki. What does democracy mean? Unequal right to vote, equal right to vote, discrimination, or none of this? What is the answer, children? Yes, it is equal right to vote. So children, with this I end this part of revision session of chapter 1, that is on equality. See you in the part 2. Till then, take care and keep learning.